City, Mobile, Alabama, and Hancock Whitney Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Ohio Bobcats and the South Alabama Jaguars. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Bobcats will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Jaguars offense will have the first possession of the game. And we get a look at Bishop Davenport. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. Running inside, it's Phillips. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This time on target. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Jaguars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll run it. It's Phillips. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. And the Jaguars line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama! They put the first points on the board.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And here's the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Ohio Bobcats offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed. He can break.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Working that left side now. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to the ground game on the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time he's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bobcats will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets it out quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
And the Bobcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Now it's 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought. At the 24. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. On the ground, it's Phillips. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Davenport. The throw to the outside is complete. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The run inside. It's Phillips. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done. Punt is in the air.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bowman. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Ready.
Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Bringing the heat. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The Jaguars have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Here we go. Ready. 18.
He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Trying to bull his way in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now it's second and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. The Bobcats want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the tight end outside. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's got it way down the field. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Hands it off on the counter. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bobcats. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 78 yards down the field and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. To the air, it's Davenport. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Hunter. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Jaguars will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Pugh. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Finding some room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bowman.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to move them on the counter. Fighting off the defender. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it on the counter. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Under fire, and down he goes.
These are the places of defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got it set up on the outside. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. And the Jaguars will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going with the ground game left. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He's brought down, but but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Davenport. He's going to let it go. Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll get him down after a solid return. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Grab behind the line. It's Bowman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such...
He's got it! They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Makes the grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
At the line. But they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Big guy smells it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Number 83 sets a kickoff.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Davenport. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's Michigan State looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Back now to your game inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
The Jaguars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with Ohio's head coach coming out of the locker room. He is thrilled with the play of his quarterback. No turnovers right now. They have been clean and efficient on offense. They've got a lead. Let's see if they can continue that here in the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on the vibe down here on the sidelines coming back. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio! No step back in Week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the plus 46. Wants to throw. It's Davenport. That's caught. It's Hunter.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Another incompletion on third down. The Jaguars will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gun to the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And back to the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Bobcats decide to punt it away.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Behind the chains now on second and long. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the right. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at second and 6. They'll line up for a second down play. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They'll operate out of split backs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Nice move to keep running. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Number 83, set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Going with the counter play here. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design. A little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Rides the back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Back to throw, it's Davenport. Immediately fires to the middle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking to throw on first down. And here's the third interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Ohio sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, there's an example of going to your tight end on third down. You don't quite have to throw to the sticks with him because he can make somebody miss and then go do the rest of the work himself. Really nice individual effort that time by the big fella.
The Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. He wants to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, running back on the move. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Got his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Bobcats. And the pummeling has started. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg.
Set to kick this one.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll run it on the counter. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I know that wasn't a big gain, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Back to pass, it's Davenport. It's complete to the left. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Here we go. Ready. Where did he go?
Wants to go right back downfield. He's going to take off. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the clock stops for an injured player on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his man, it's Phillips. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And the Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running inside, it's Malone. Touchdown, South Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's perfect. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The returner will field it and bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Ohio sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Headed to the fourth, and both of these running backs have been outstanding, and both have found the end zone on the day. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a third down play. Sends it back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a 3rd and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them, they make the tackle, and they now set up 4th down.
He gets a block. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stops, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. To the air, it's Davenport. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays.
You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And listen, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
This offense has it with really good field position. Caught behind the line. It's Pugh. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
On the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Here comes the heat. Running to his left. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Jaguars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and
he lobs one high down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Back to pass, it's Davenport. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Just keep slinging it. Back open in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Jaguars in the hurry up.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
The Jaguars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Phillips. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw. It's Davenport. Touchdown, Jaguars! Makes the grab in the corner.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. He only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Let's see what he can do with it. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Got a little grass. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bobcats. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets.
Number 83. Set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback empties his backfield. Scanning the field, it's Davenport. Grabbed in the middle, it's Woods. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 1st down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Alabama. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and, David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.